Hey everyone, welcome to Broke by Design Company. Today we are going to make this simple building block in Blender. It's a really fun beginner project and you will only need a few basic tools to make it. So let's get started. First, I'm adding a cube. Now I'm giving it 3 subdivisions. This gives me a little more geometry to work with. Next, I'll switch to edit mode. Here I'm only selecting one corner of the top face. Now I'll invert the selection and delete everything else. So now we are left with just one quarter of the block. You might be wondering why I am only modeling one corner. That's because later we will use the mirror modifier to rebuild the entire model automatically. It's much faster this way. Next, I'm selecting these 4 small faces in the middle. Now, right click and I'm just using loop tools and selecting circle to turn them into a perfect circle. If you don't have loop tools enabled, you can easily enable it from Blender's add-ons. Now I'll extrude it upwards along the z-axis, and that is our first building block stud. Next, I'm selecting all the edges and adding a bevel. The width and the segment values are on the screen, so you can copy them if you would like, or you just experiment until you get a new shape. Now I'm adding a subdivision surface modifier. I'll increase the levels a little just until the block looks nice and smooth. Then I'll right click and choose shade smooth. Already looks much better. So now come to my favorite part. I'm just adding a mirror modifier and enabling the y-axis. And there we go. Okay. Our single corner instantly becomes a complete building block. You might notice that corners don't look perfect yet. Okay, so that's an easy fix. Under the boundary smooth option, you need to select keep corners. Now the corners looks much cleaner while the rest of the model stays smooth. Next, let's add some color. I'm going with a simple glossy plastic material. I'm just going to tweak the metallic and the roughness values until it look like a real toy block. So you can use any color you like here. Once the model is ready, I'll save the Blender file. Also, I'll export it as OBJ. Now let's make it look even better. I'm opening a new scene and importing the model. For this render, I'm just using a desert environment. You can use any scene you like. That's completely up to you. And after making few camera adjustments and doing some simple color correction,
Do 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 do. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. Ha 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 ha.
and it's finally time to render. And here's the final result. Not bad for a beginner project, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're learning Blender like me, just keep practicing simple objects like this. Every project teaches you something new. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Blender project.